Friends, welcome to my channel MP Educate. I am Meeta Parekh. In this video, we are going to discuss about the most important diagram-based question of the Science 1 Chapter 5, Part 2. Friends, we already discussed 4 diagram-based question in Part 1. Friends, this is my humble request. If you have not seen my first video of the diagram-based question of Chapter 1, please watch that video. In that video, with the help of the paper 2020, I have discussed that out of 40 marks question, 20 marks question are diagram based and 10 marks question are objective. So, if the students do the diagram based question thoroughly, then definitely students will go 40 out of 40 marks. Let us start our first diagram based question. Here, the questions are: which property of substance can be studied with this procedure? Describe the property, write the unit of property. Why the ion sphere reaches to the maximum depth? Here, in this experiment, we put all the 3 spheres in the boiling water in the beaker for the some time. Then put them immediately on the thick slab of the wax. What happened? Here we can observe that the iron sphere goes deepest in the wax. Here the iron sphere goes deepest. The lead sphere goes least and the copper sphere go to the intermediate depth. What happened here? The sphere which absorb the more heat from the water will give more heat to the wax and more wax is melt and thus the sphere will go to the deeper in the wax. Here we observe that the iron sphere goes deepest in the wax. Now, why? What happened here? Here there is a some property due to which the iron sphere go deepest in the wax. What is that property? The amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature of unit mass of an object at 1 degree Celsius is called specific heat of the object. Here, the iron have maximum specific heat due to which the iron sphere absorb more heat from the water and it gives more heat to the wax. So the iron sphere go to the maximum depth. The unit of the specific heat capacity is the SI unit is joule per kg centigrade and CGS unit is calorie per gram centigrade. Let us move to our next diagram based question. What is this process is called? Define it. Why does the iron slab do not break? Here, there is a iron slab and we hang two equal weight at the two end of the metal wire and put the wire on the slab. So, when we put the wire on the ice slab, what happened? It is observed that the wire gradually penetrated in the slab. As the ions, as the wire start penetrating into the ice slab, what happened? The melting point of the ice become lower than the 0 degree Celsius due to the pressure. This means that at 0 degree Celsius, the ice get converted into the water. As the ice slab start penetrating inside the ice slab, as it's not iron, it is a metal wire. It is when the metal wire start penetrating into the ice slab, what happen? As soon as the pressure is removed, the melting point is restored to 0 degree Celsius and water get again converted into the ice. Due to this, the ice slab do not break. Now, what is this process is called and define it? The phenomena in which the ice converted into the liquid due to the applied pressure. This is the most important. due to the applied pressure. Here, due to the metal wire, the pressure is applied on the ice due to applied pressure and reconverted into the ice once the pressure is removed. Here, as the wire start penetrating inside the ice slab, above pressure is removed. Then it reconverted into ice once the pressure is removed is called reclination. Let us move our next diagram based question. Explain the following temperature versus time graph. Friends, it is most important diagram based question as it is already came in the paper of 2019. Friends, this this is the graph about the temperature versus time graph. Here, the line segment AB indicate the temperature of rice remaining at the 0 degree centigrade for the certain period of the time. This means that the amount of the heat supplied to the ice is entirely used for changing the state of the ice into the water. When we supply the heat during the transmission of the solid phase to liquid, the object absorbs the heat, but its temperature do not rise. Its temperature remains 0 degree Celsius. This heat energy supply utilized for weakening the bond between the atom and molecule in the solid and transfer into the liquid phase. So here heat is supplied to the ice is used to transfer ice into the water at the 0 degree Celsius. Let us define the specific heat of the fusion. The amount of the heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of the solid to convert into liquid phase is called the specific latent heat of the fusion. Now, here line BC indicate continuous rise in temperature of water from 0 degree Celsius to the 100 degrees Celsius. Now, at a point C, the boiling point of at point C, it is a boiling point of the water. Here, the water start boiling, but here temperature remain 100 degrees Celsius only. Here, water is converted into the water vapor. The heat energy supplied to water its temperature do not rise. The heat energy absorbed by water at that temperature and it is used to break the bond between the molecule of the liquid and converted liquid into gaseous state. So here water is converted into the water vapor and the temperature remain the constant at the 100 degree Celsius. Let us define the latent heat of the vaporization. The amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of the liquid to convert into the gaseous phase is called specific latent heat of the vaporization. Let us move our next diagram based question. The questions are: if the temperature of object B start rising, which of two object is cooled? And how the temperature of object A change? Here, this question is based on heat exchange. Here, two object, hot object and cold object. It is placed into the isolated box. So this box is heat resistance box and two objects are placed in the inside the heat resistance box and they are isolated from the surrounding. Here what happened? There is an exchange of the heat takes place between hot object and cold object. Hot object gives his heat and energy to the cold object. As the cold object receives the heat energy, its temperature start increasing and as the hot object gives out the heat, its temperature start decreasing. So here its temperature start decreasing, and here the cold object temperature start increasing till the temperature of the both object remain to the same temperature. Now here in our question, if the temperature of B start rising, then which of two object is cold? As the temperature of B start rising, B is cold. And how will the temperature of object change? The temperature of object start decreasing till both the object attain same temperature. Now label C. C is the insulating material. What special properties should be associated with the C? So here, due to the insulating material, no energy can flow from inside the box or come into the box. So here, the energy cannot flow from inside box to the environment, or no energy enter from the environment to the inside the box. So only the temperature change takes place between two objects only. State the relation of the heat exchange for given situation. Here, heat energy lost by the hot object is equal to heat energy gained by the cold object. Friends, have you seen that? The sub-question of the diagram-based question are too simple to give answer. So please do diagram-based question and get 40 out of 40 marks. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.